Hey, we are going to make a pretty cool infographic, which means a type of charts, and it's called a hexagonal infographic. Well, I called it that because it has a bunch of hexagonals on it, and I didn't know what else to call it, so I called it a hexagonal infograph. Let's get to work. You know how to get to Google Classroom. You just sign in, turn on sync, and all that kind of fun stuff, and it goes right here. Click on it. It takes you here. But what I want you to do is I want you to grab the template that we're working on, and to do that, click on this link. And right up here at the top, you're going to see there should be a file, a template, which is the rough form of what we're working on, already ready to go. Double click on it, and there you go. Now we're off to a fun start. Can you imagine the possibilities of all these fun shapes? What I want you to do is, I want you to put in information about yourself into here and put in some cool icons. Now, you got to be careful. Don't move these shapes around. If you move these shapes around, it's not going to look good. It's going to look funny. If you happen to, it's okay, just like in the last assignment. If you happen to move them, that's okay. Just hit undo. Bonk. It's much easier to hit undo, which is right here, the little arrowy thing, than it is to try to line it back up. That takes a lot of work. Just hit undo. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, it puts it back. Even if you miss some work, like if you did that and you started typing, and it's going to undo some of the stuff you typed, it's probably easier, as a matter of fact, I know it's easier, to put back in the stuff you typed than try to arrange this shape just so. So, what are we going to put in here? Just things about you. What makes you unique? What makes you fun? Okay? Also, make sure you change these colors. I want different colors. So, the other thing to know, now that I've thought about it, is look up here, when you clicked on those links, there's tabs up here. If you click on these tabs, it takes you back to someplace else. And it saves your spot. So instead of clicking on links here when I talk about it, which is going to navigate you away from this, you're going to have to go find it again. Instead, go back to these tabs up here, because then you can bounce back and forth real easy peasy. So let's go back here. And it says, you'll also need the clip art I've prepared for you. So let's grab some clip art. Go here, you click, it jumps into here, and there you go. You can see there's tons of clip art I put in here. And you can say anything about you want. And if you can't find icons in here, give it a good look to make sure they're not on there. But if you have a request, calmly, don't be pushy, but ask me, hey, can you add, in mind, I have a picture I'd like, can you go try to find one for me? And I'll go try to find it for you. But really look to make sure there's not something close enough, okay? I'm going to start with something to show that I have a family. So, hopefully you have a family. Hopefully you didn't come spring forth out of some sort of scientific experiment. Hopefully you have a family. So I am going to go here. I like this icon. So how do you copy this clip art from one place to the next? Easy way is right click on it and say copy. I'm going to do that again. Right click. That's this click, not the normal click, the right click. This is called a right click because it's on the right side of your mouse. You're normally clicking on the left side of your mouse. Right click, copy. And now, because we navigated there, we can get back on these tabs without having to go find it again. So to go back to your drawing, it's right here. I like to say drawing because it's fun to say it that way. Even though it's the wrong way to say it, it's fun for me to say drawing. So you're going to hear me say drawing a lot. Right here is my drawing. You can tell because the red box, click on it. And now we're back there. And then just right click again. Paste. There you go. Oh, and look, there's that little house. I want you to put the house or any of your icons that you choose, any of the clip art, up here in the corner. You can make it smaller. This one's kind of big, so let's make it smaller to get it in there. There we go, and that's nice, right? And let's change the color. Let's see, green is a nice color for family because of growth. I don't know. I just chose it. And then double click in here to type. And I made it so the text is down here instead of up here. Double click to type and say, for me, I'm going to say a fact about this icon. There are there are 5 people. Well, you know, 6. Let's include my Mrs. Gullett, Miss Molly Gullett. 6 people in my family. Boom. just like that. Isn't that kind of neat? I wonder if this is going to be able to be seen okay. Maybe not. So I can change the text color. How do you change the text color? Remember, the easiest way is don't click down here on the text. You could lasso it, or you can just click where there's no text just once, and it highlights the whole thing. And now when I change text color, you change text color by going right here. I change it to white. I think the white looks better. Although that's black, that's okay. That's black, that's white. I think that looks better. All right, well, let's move on to another fact. Hobbies. I've got hobbies. Let's go back here. Occupation, music, sports, entertainment, map, body parts, and things like that in case you ever broke anything. Superheroes, buildings, hobbies. Here we go. Oh, I like board games. So I'm going to go click on this board game right here. I think I like this one. Although both these icons would work, right? Right click, copy, go back up here. Right click, paste. There we go. And let's put that in this corner. Remember, they go in the corner, small so the text will fit. Change the color. What's a good color for something that talks about board games? I don't know. Oh, board games are usually kind of brown because it's a board. So let's make that brown. And then I double click here and I say, I like to play board games. Just like that. There we go. And you're going to do that for every one of these spaces, thinking of some sort of fact for every one of them. You're going to do all of the squares, all the hexagonals, hexes, some people call them. All these kind of elongated hexagonals are going to be filled in, okay? Now, I'm not going to do each one because I don't need to do each one. Oh, let me show you one thing you might do by accident. Let's go grab another one. Yes, I did break my leg once, so I'm going to go here to body. I'm going to grab me a leg, right click, copy, go back over here, right click, paste, put a knee in there, make it smaller. There we go. And now let's say when you double click, you started typing, made a mistake, and you put in, instead of leg, you put in egg. Oh, I typed egg. Now, if you hit backspace too many times, look what happens. It takes me over there, and I don't want the text over there. See, look, it wants to put the text there. I don't want the text there. I want the text on the other side. Well, how do you fix that? Look right up here. Align. That means where do we put the text? Click on it. You see how this has the text all bumped up against the right side? Click on it. It changed it. That's all you need to do. I broke my leg when, I misspelled leg. Leg when I was 18 months old. True story. Climbed up on a table, fell off. So that's how you fix it if you backspace too much and you need to fix your text alignment here. Click away. Now, the cool thing we're going to do, one of the last cool things, is I'm going to ask your parents to send a picture in. If they're not comfortable with that, that is okay. We'll just find a different picture for you, something you think represents you. A flower, a dinosaur, a scrambled egg. I don't know why you think a scrambled egg represents you, but if you feel like a scrambled egg identifies you, who am I to disagree? So I'm going to show you how to get to Gmail. And that's where, if your parents sent you a picture, it's going to be hanging out. So if we just navigated away from this picture right here, and by that I mean if you just clicked on home, don't do it, but if you clicked on home or clicked on Gmail, if you have a shortcut for Gmail, a bookmark, then it's going to take you away from here, and you're going to need to find out how to get back there. So let's not do that. I'm going to show you a better way. On your mouse right here, this trackball, this little wheel here, is also a button. You can click on it. Let me show you where to click it. If you click it right on, this is you're clicking the middle mouse button. If you click the middle mouse button on the house that takes you home, watch what happens. Do you see how it opened a new tab over here? Now if you click there, you can click back and forth. Now for you, of course, it's going to take you to something that looks like this. But for me, I fixed it. Now I'm going back and forth. And you can navigate anywhere you want to on this one. and still jump back here if you want to. Makes it easier for you, okay? So let's go to this one and click on Gmail. And now look for a file from your family. Look, I've got one. It was sent from me, right? Click on it. And there we go. Look at that. Handsome. Oh, a little bit of a tease. What's he going to look like? Now, if you don't click on it, but if you just put your mouse over it, you can see that there's this little add to drive. There's this little triangle thing with a plus in there. Click on it. And see, it says added to my drive. As a matter of fact, you know that it worked because now there's a folder in there. That means it's there. Okay. So let's go back to your drawing, which is right here. We're going to put that picture right here in the center. So how do we do that easily? Well, you just added it to Google Drive, so you can find it pretty easily. Do the same thing you normally do to insert a picture. Click on here, but instead of search the web, we're not searching the web. You're going to say Drive. Click on it. And then, oh, sometimes you need to go back and forth because it needs help. So notice how I went to My Drive, clicked around a bit, and then went back to Recent. And there we go. Now here's the picture I want. You get to see a little more of me. Isn't that exciting? Double click it. Look at that handsome fellow. That's me in probably first grade. Now we need to crop this. I'm going to show you how to crop it. To crop an image, which means to carve it away, double click on it. You see what I did there? I double clicked on it. And now I want it to be a shape that fits in this area here. Look what happened. When I did that, I grabbed by the wrong thing. I'll show you what I did. If you make a mistake with your image, just click. See this? It's like an undo with a picture. Just click on that and it puts right back. When I clicked, I didn't click and drag from the black line. If you click and drag from the black line, it crops it. You see how it's cropping it? What I did, I'll go back here and say replace image, is I clicked from the blue line. Boy, it's really picky, isn't it? Sometimes blue, sometimes black, but it's very picky. I dragged from there, which is squishing it, the normal thing. So when you insert it, you double click, you mouse over until it's on the black line and the up and down arrows are happening. I'm going to take just the top off of that, and I'm going to take this off of this. But now I want it to fit in this space here, which means I need to move it down into there so it's just above that. Oh, too low here. Double click it, grab the black line, and put it so it's above. You can kind of see it behind there. Above that. Then over here, let's get rid of this white space over here. Put that over there, and now it fits right in here. Click away. You can take a look. Yeah, it fits in there, right? Next thing, I don't want it just to be a rectangle. I want it to be a hexagonal just like these. Well, how do you do that, Mr. Gullett? Well, I'm about to show you. Be patient. Click on your picture. Click on this right here. It says mask image. Click on that. Go to shapes. Where's the hexagonal? It has a 6 in it right there. Click on it. And now look. It fits in there. See, it kind of matches what's in there. Kind of nice. I want to show you how to now center this perfectly perfect in the middle of your drawing. To do that, go to, once you selected the image, go to Arrange, Center on Page, Horizontal, and then do it again, Arrange, Center on Page, Vertical. Where am I talking about? It's right here. It's on Arrange, and you click on it, Arrange, Center on Page. You do both horizontal and vertical, and that will put it right in the middle of the drawing. Okay. Well, you know how to do these top three. You can therefore do these bottom three. Make sure you change the background. I don't want to see any blue when you're all done. I want you to pick, this is pain, so put red for pain. You can pick whatever color you want to put in there. There we go. Get to work.